Hi, I'm Gemily, and today I will be giving you 10 ideas for how you can integrate your spirituality into your daily life. Today, there are lots of people who feel that they are spiritual but aren't actually part of any organized religious group. So a lot of their spirituality is very personal, individual, done in the privacy of their own home. And sometimes that can make your spirituality feel a little bit like it's all in your own head. You can end up with a spirituality that is nice ideas, nice feelings, but it doesn't really connect you with anything or anyone. And maybe that isn't quite enough for you anymore. Maybe you're looking for ways to try and make your spirituality a bit more concrete and grounded in your life. And it's in your everyday life that your spirituality actually becomes alive. So here are 10 ideas for how you can make your spirituality part of your everyday life. Idea number 1, meditation or prayer. Prayer and meditation are actually slightly different things depending how you approach them, but they're similar enough that I'm going to put them together. Even if you're thinking, I already know about this one, my question to you is, are you actually doing it? A regular practice, not just once then, once another time, or they're not really making any difference. I want to know if you practice prayer or meditation regularly, daily. Idea number 2 is keeping a journal. A journal can be a really great way of getting in touch with what's going on inside of you. So you can write down your thoughts and your feelings, the things that you're worried about, the things that you feel pressure about getting done. You can write about what happened in your day. You can keep a bullet journal. You can keep intentionally a gratitude journal. So there are lots of different approaches you can take to journaling, but ultimately what I really like about it is it helps you become more aware of what's going on inside of you. If you're more aware about what's going on inside of you, you can respond to the world around you in a more intentional, aware way. Number 3 is decluttering your space. Decluttering, tidying, and organizing can do wonders for how you feel in your own space. They also say that your external space and your internal space mirror each other. For me, I thought that meant that once I got myself in order, I would naturally keep my space tidy. But actually, it can easily happen the other way around. So if you start tidying and decluttering your space, you can feel yourself inside become more spacious and organized. Spirituality is quite symbiotic like this. It can work both ways. You can start on the externals and let it work its way in, which is, I guess, what I'm offering ideas on in this video. Having a tidy and organized space is also really valuable because it is the corner of the world which is yours. It is your own inner sanctum, your own sacred space. And so if you're a spiritual person, you'll want that space to be a spiritual space. That brings me to idea number 4. Open a window. This is literally open a window. So open your blinds, open the window, let in some natural light and some natural air. You'll be surprised at how connecting with the external world can have such a powerful influence on how we feel about our connection to ourselves and to the world. If opening a window isn't possible for you because it's really cold and it's snowing outside, or you don't have fly screens and all the flies will come in, then I suggest lighting a candle or turning on a salt lamp if you have one, burning some incense if that's your thing. Just some little things that will help you feel more connected in a physical and sensual way to the space around you. Turning on some music that helps create that spiritual vibe can also help. One of my favorites when I'm not really feeling it is I'll put on Ashana. For my partner, he likes to put on some Gregorian chant. Perhaps you want some panpipes or some metal. I don't know, this is a very personal choice. Idea number 5, get out into nature. So even better than opening blinds and windows to let nature in is for you to go outside into nature. And this doesn't have to be a big excursion into the wilderness. It can just be going outside into your backyard, or going for a walk around your suburb, or perhaps going to a park if neither of those things will give you any nature. There is so much more going on with us and our connection to the natural environment than we understand. But that doesn't stop us from engaging with it and benefiting from it spiritually. I've been finding it really great lately to do a little bit of gardening and just really connect with the plants. It sounds a bit woo-woo, but I don't know, try it. Being outside, you get to feel communion with the animals, the birds, the bugs, even the trees. Woo! Never mind that bit. Idea number 6 is get up early. If you're anything like me, you might be thinking, I've tried this one more than once and it doesn't work for me. I can't count the number of times that I've written out like my plans for morning routines, which start with getting up at 6 in the morning, and then I might have done it once, 2 days if I'm feeling really committed, and then I get busy, I get tired, I have a late night, and I just feel like I need to prioritize my sleep. But honestly, it's absolutely worth it. I have finally got it down. I get up early every morning. I started at 7 and I'm working my way back slowly. My goal is 5. I'm not quite there yet, but I consistently get up every morning. I think consistency is a really key part of this. I get up early even on weekends when I have no reason to get up. Something to do with your body's sleep rhythms. Getting up early is really great for living your life in a more spiritual way, because you can get up and instead of launching immediately into getting ready for work, leaving, getting to work, getting on with all the things and feeling stressed and getting into that cycle of do, you can start your day more slowly in an intentional way where you can prioritize first up the things that you value. So you can spend that time in meditation or in prayer or in journaling or in having breakfast outside in nature. You can take that time to check in with yourself, to pay attention to what you're feeling. I know that there were a couple of mornings just last week when I woke up and I'm like, I'm really stressed. I just woke up. What's happening here? So it really helps you to notice what's happening within yourself. It gives you time to just be with yourself. This has absolutely transformed how I engage with myself, with the people around me, and with my day on a daily basis. And I would 100% recommend this. Idea number 7, get off social media. Social media is just too easy to get addicted to and to lose hours scrolling through feeds. So I suggest, if your spiritual practice is important to you, to limit the time that you're allowed to go on social media. Social media can be really useful for keeping in contact with people that otherwise we might have lost contact with altogether, but it is not useful for cultivating genuine connections. And genuine connections with yourself, with others, and with the world is a pretty key part of spirituality. Your spirituality is not lived through scrolling through social feeds. I also noticed that my mood really changes when I spend too much time on social media. I found that even as I was opening Facebook, I was feeling stressed and negative, and I realized I can shut that down. If you are having trouble getting off social media or limiting your social media time, then I suggest at least starting to really intentionally pay attention to how you are feeling when you are looking at social media versus when you put your phone down or put your computer away and do something else that's perhaps more productive or more relaxing, just something that is more valuable to you. Give yourself time to pursue projects or at least process the day. Your mind will have the space then to come up with new ideas, can be creative instead of just consuming. Number 8, pay attention to your senses. Now this is a kind of mindfulness. It gets you to step back from your thoughts by dropping into your body. So pay attention to the feeling of the air on your face, or the feeling of the warmth of a cup, or the ambient sounds of a room, the ambient smells of a room. Idea number 9 is read. Our spirituality can really benefit from encountering other people's ideas and experiences. Some ideas we will recognize and we'll think, yes, I think exactly the same thing, and we'll feel supported. Or perhaps we will think, whoa, I don't think so, buddy. And then it'll help us to clarify why we don't think that. Or perhaps we'll come across an idea that is similar to things that we'd thought, but finally we have words that we can put around our ideas. Or perhaps it will push our ideas just a little bit further. To read can help us to come into contact with other people's spiritual thoughts and ideas and help our own to grow. It's like a fertilizer for your spiritual garden. It's also really good if you don't have a spiritual community or a friend that you can talk about your spiritual ideas with, because the voices in those books can be like our spiritual community when we're feeling very isolated spiritually. Idea number 10, be intentionally ethical. Take some time to think about your spirituality and what it demands of you ethically. For example, if your spirituality involves a love of the earth, then perhaps you want to think about minimizing waste, or carrying with you reusable cups and bamboo straws, or avoiding single-use plastics. If your spirituality has a real value on all sentient life, perhaps you would also like to consider becoming vegan. Perhaps you want to consider next time there's a spider in your house, don't just kill it, but catch it and take it outside and release it joyfully with your blessing. Or if your spirituality is about caring for other people, then maybe you would like to look into volunteering at a soup kitchen, or buying only fair trade products, or sweatshop-free clothes. Make an effort to live out the ethics of your spirituality in your everyday life. This will allow you to really experience the reality of your spiritual values. And it'll also make sure your life is actually being influenced by your spirituality, as opposed to your spirituality just sitting away in the back of your head somewhere. There are just 10 ideas about how you can bring your spirituality into your everyday life. If you liked some of these ideas, are going to implement some, or perhaps already have implemented some, please leave a message down in the comments and let me know. Or if perhaps you have your own ideas, which I haven't mentioned here. So if that's the case, do write them in the comments, because I would be really interested to hear them. And actually, I also think anyone who's watching this video would also be really interested to hear them. If you liked this video, please like this video. Hit that subscribe button if you'd be interested in more content from me. And in the meantime, you can follow me on Instagram at @GemmalyMez. Bless. See you next time.